know them. You've now seen qualifying. It got very close in Q3, but Seastone couldn't quite break the GT fan and turn the fan off. So here in the race, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. GT fan started on pole like he did in Canada. He went and dominated the race. Can he do the same here in Baku? Or will he be caught by Seaston Proyer and Vic Mill? As we know, the championship battle well and truly on between Vic Mill and GT fan, but Seaston Proyer ain't too far behind either. And the Mercedes and the team Mercs of Zerai and SD Bayern fan in 8th and 9th. Well, Zerai is hoping to get back into the championship fight because he won the season opener in America. We really don't know what is going to happen. IFM is a very unpredictable league with a very high standard. Anyone can win this race, and it will certainly be interesting to see. I really am absolutely buzzed for this, and I'm sure you are too. We'll be waiting to get underway with a formation lap soon. Qualifying was just mental. If you haven't seen that, I recommend you pause this video and you go back and you watch qualifying, especially Q3, because that's where it goes absolutely mad. But I'm sure the first few laps of this race before the first round of pit stops will also be just as mad. Here in Baku, one interesting fact about the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is that it's the first ever F1 race and currently the only one to be below the actual sea level, believe it or not, as it's well deep into the city. We are not underwater. Some people actually call it the race underwater, even though it's not underwater. We're all excited for this one, and the question is, going into this race, I mentioned it in qualifying, but if you've not seen that, I'll mention it here for you now. Will we have 5 different winners in the first 5 races this season in IFM? Hopefully we can have a race a bit like the 2017 Baku Grand Prix, although this race will only be half as long. We do 50% races here in the real world of F1, and I believe this race will be 29 laps long. But we'll see now as we start to get the formation lap underway. Here we go, so that's 26 laps, my apologies. 26 laps of racing, but here's the formation lap. So we look to see how good a race we'll be having. So I will take you through the grid and we will ride on board with each driver. So from pole position, it is GT Fan in the Force India. Can he win from first, from pole position? We'll see. Seaston Proyer right behind him, got very close to qualifying. Can he give him a run for his money here in the race? But he's going to have to watch out for Vic Mill behind, the reigning and defending champion in IFM, in the Red Bull. And just behind Vic Mill is the American driver of Sir Langville, scoring his best qualifying result since his home race at the season opener in America, qualifying in 4th. Redfarer behind is in 5th place. Schnixel behind in 6th in the McLaren. What can he do? Can he keep up a good momentum, maybe score a podium after winning last time out in Spain? Or can Impact Echo behind improve in only his 2nd ever race in IFM here in the Renault? He's replacing Speedy 2000 for this. Impact Echo is only a reserve, but so far he's impressing. Behind him line the 2 silver arrows, hoping to arrow and fly past him. That's Sarai and FC Bayern fan here. Rounding off the top 10 is Weber in the Williams. What can the German do from 10th? Can he stay in the points, or will he drop out because he's got to watch out behind the Force India of Spike? Spike is 10 places down from his teammate who's on pole. What can Spike do there? From there, as we just seen there, go to the coastal section. Shrieky behind is in the Scuderia Ferrari in 12th place. Behind him is Epic Scorpion. He's in 13th place on Friday the 13th. They're looking for some, he's looking for the Scorpion. Can he strike some venom into the drivers in front and score some points? Would be good to see him do that. Pascal struggling to match his teammate once again. He's in 14th place in the Red Bull. And behind him is one of the best rookies of the season, Vettel fan, after crashing in Q2 before even setting a lap. He's in 15th for this race. He'll be hoping to score some good points from there. He's starting on the yellow soft tyre on the edge in 16th place in the McLaren Honda. What can he do from there? Can he get close to his teammate who's 10 places up the road from him? Swiss Gamer in the Williams is 17th. Fozzie Bear, my favourite name out of all the drivers in this, he's in 18th place in the Toro Rosso. A debutant for this race, one of the 2 starting at the back is Novian Armani. In the Saudis replacing Dracula Hunter, and Hushai Universe replacing Milan Klaus, who's currently serving a 2-race ban. Hush Our Universe lines up right at the back. We're qualifying for Toro, so let's hope they can make some improvements in the race. I'll just bring a tyre graphic up on screen. There you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drivers on the yellow softs. 1 driver, Novin Armani, starting on the mediums. Everyone else remains on the super soft tyres starting this race. As we've just got the drivers syncing up now, we are ready to start this race. Here we go then, everyone. So 5 lights, I'll go here in Baku, and the drivers get underway, but it's not the best of starts for GT Fan. In fact, he's getting caught and overwhelmed by Seastern, who gets him on the inside. GT Fan now just having to defend from behind, as we've got drivers in the wall there, and someone's actually crossing the track, and he's crashed towards the pit lane, and that is actually the Renault of Impact Teco, so he's fallen right to the back, and we've got a virtual safety car already, as you see them lining up there, single file down this back straight. Seastern Prior from GT Fan, from Vic Mill from Selangville did well today, 4th, Redfire 5th, Zerai 6th, it's a good start from him, and the other Mercedes behind as well, so Merck's gone from 8th and 9th, now 6th and 7th, very well done. Pascal has made a brilliant start from 14th up into 8th place, hoping to get closest to teammate, and Spiker as well has gone from 11th and 9th. Unlucky for Schnixel, who's actually got a damaged front wing as well. I reckon he got caught up in the incident with Impact Taco. It'll be interesting to hear what happened from them. Hopefully they leave comments on this video. Schnixel is in 10th at the moment. Weber's dropped down to 11th. Schweiki, Epic Scorpion, they stay in their places in 12th and 13th. Vettel fans only gave 1 place so far, but it is only the first lap. He's got plenty of time to make some more places. We are still in virtual safety car conditions. Harley Edge is still 15th. Falsey Bear's jumped 2 places up, as we are now back racing again. So here we go. It's well, Seastern Prior has actually managed to gain a few tenths on him, but Selangville, he's managed to get the jump on Vic Mill. He's been caught napping. In fact, no, Vic Mill has got no front wing at all. I don't know what happened there. He may have lost it during castle. As you can see there, cars passing him, and that's Zerai already up to 5th place. And he's got the Mercedes of SD Bayern Fan right behind. SD Bayern Fan got no damage front wing at all, so SD Bayern Fan has now passed him. It'll be another place soon game for Spike, and it'll be interesting to see what strategy Vic Mill goes from here, as he's on the red super soft tyres. But right now it's getting up close and personal between Redfire and Zerai. Zerai hoping to make a move here. So Langville goes into the pits as well, so that's Zerai. Is he going to be out to 4th place? It's very interesting to see. Going down to turn 1. Oh, it's close to Schweiki's being hit actually in the last sector. Yes, he's crashed and he's on the pit straight, so he's out. And he's luckily his car's ghosting, so we may actually have another virtual safety car here, if not a real safety car. And we've got Selangville, Schnixel, Weber, Vic Mill, Pascal, and Fozzie Bear. The Red Bull's actually stacking their cars, as you can see on your screen there. Them two there pitting, having to opt to stop, as Pascal's actually got a 5-second time penalty there, as you see there when he's pitting. So disastrous start for Red Bull. And right now it's Seastern Prior and GT Fan. Look how close they are. Oh my god, we're only lap 2 and it's becoming a Titanic battle already. Redfire has actually managed to stay ahead of Zerai. Oh well, here DRS isn't even available yet, and we've already got plenty of overtakes going on. Hush Our Universe, however, he had a disastrous qualifying, crashing after only 7 minutes into Q1 with no lap time done. Hush Our Universe started 20th on the grid, and he's now up to 11th place already. Brilliant start there from debutant. What can he do from there? Can he make something of this? We'll have to see though. As we see now, close battles on track between Seastern Prior and GT Fan at the front, and just behind them battling for 3rd place is Renfar and Zerai, with the other Silver Arrow FC Bayern Fan waiting in just behind. So Mercedes have worked brilliantly well as a team, maybe not quite as well as a team as Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton, you should say. But yeah, they've gone up 4 places each. They're up to 4th and 5th, and those two hoping to make something of this and hopefully create a good strategy out of it. As here we go now, going into turn 1 alongside each other, GT Fan and Seastern Prior. GT Fan managed to get ahead there, Seastern Prior briefly, but Seastern Prior kept the inside line. He's gone wide, and GT Fan just getting out of shape, but he managed to hold on. But no, he gets back in front of the Ferrari, and that is GT Fan back in the lead of the race. Yep, he takes the lead from Seastern Prior, and what can he do from here? He took back what he feels is rightfully his. Redfire is still ahead of FC Bayern Fan, as Zerai has actually gone into the pits now. I don't know why. He may have got a damaged front wing. In fact, yes, he has. He's lost the right part of the right end plate on this Mercedes. In fact, no, I think it might have been a drive-through penalty actually. Yeah, I believe it was. I don't know. We'll have to see what happened there, because it seemed very quick, so I think it might have been a drive-through penalty. I'm not quite sure there. See you later. If Zarai, if you're watching this, place a comment below, let everyone know what happened. If you've got a YouTube account. So yeah, so far all looking good. Swiss Gamer has made up 8 places. He's in 8th place after starting 17th. We mentioned Hush Our Universe earlier. He managed to get up to 11th, but he's pitted too, so I reckon he's been caught up in an incident. But one guy who's up to 11th now and doesn't have to pit, it appears, is Novian Armani, although he goes, well, he's not actually going very slow, it's just a lag. Yeah, he's on the medium tyres, going for a long run in the first stint of this race, and already it's looking like it may pay off. He's got only got a 24-second gap to the leaders in front, so quite a distance already, and GT Fan has already escaped the DRS zone of System Prior. So System Prior, hoping to keep GT Fan within his sight, has actually watched that Force India force his way off into the distance. So System Prior now goes into the pits. He's got a damaged front wing too, and that allows Redfire to go up to 2nd place after starting 5th, and FC Bayern Fans up to 3rd now in the Mercedes. So the Mercedes, they gamble on having a good start. FC Bayern Fans started 9th, he's already up to 3rd, he's on the fastest compound tyre, so he's doing very well for himself there in the Mercedes. Well done. His teammate at the moment is down in 13th place, Zarai. And System Prior now down into 10th place. I think that's where he'll come out. He's, in fact, he's now, yeah, he is in 11th. Novian Armani's passed him. It's going to be close between System Prior and Selangville. Here we go, there they come out. Coming out the pits now is the Ferrari. He's going to be close here to the Renault. He's right on the inside of him going into turn 2, and he just managed to take the move. Yes, he does. He brushed into Barry a bit on the exit, but now that is Selangville. Has he got DRS? No, he hasn't. If anything, it's actually System Prior who's got it. I believe he was behind him just at a detection line, very close, probably by, oh no, the width of a cigarette paper between the two there. But yeah, that's System Prior in 11th place. And Selangville just behind in 12th with, oh, Zarai. Look, he's wanting to have a bit of this as well. Yeah. This is a good battle to watch here between these 3 drivers. System Prior. Oh no! Oh no! That's Zarai. He's hit the back there of Selangville. I don't know if any lag there caught him out. But Selangville appeared to stop and brake very early there, and that has took out Zarai's wing. And that is Zarai having to make another trip to the pits. Second trip to the pits in only 4 laps. I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes just retired that car, because nothing really is going Zarai's way so far. 2 damaged wings already. Back at the front though, GT Fan is already, and I am absolutely lost for words here. He's already 4.3 seconds ahead, and yet Zarai has retired, but GT Fan's 4.3 seconds ahead now of Renfara, pulling away very nicely. So Zarai, who looked to have a good start from 8th place, it's all gone absolutely pear-shaped for that Mercedes. Spiker, meanwhile, is in 4th place, holding off for charging Vettelfan. Vettelfan we saw starting 15th, and he's now in 5th place. As now we've got a virtual safety car. It's probably for the debris on the track. We'll see what happens there. So virtual safety car conditions, I believe that's might be just to give any marshals a chance to pick up some debris that's left on the track in the middle sector from where Zarai's wing was damaged, thanks to Selangville. As we see Impact Zeka there, just in the pits. It's close between him and Weber, but yeah, it's Weber just in front of the Renault actually. As virtual safety car's now ended, and we're racing once again. Redfire actually getting a 10th there on GT Fan during the virtual safety car. Interesting there. Different deltas perhaps. System Prior has made a move now on the inside of Novian Armani, as does Selangville as well. So those two following their way through. So another battle between Renault and Ferrari. We saw this last time out between Speedy and Schwiki, I think it was then. Now we've got it here repeating itself in Baku with their teammates here. Interesting. Of course, Speedy not here this week in Baku. Got Impact Zeka, who was racing for Sauber last time out in Spain as a reserve, and now as a reserve takes the Renault seat instead. Yeah, Vettelfan here. He's got the DRS on Spike. Here he goes then. Is he going to be able to make a move? It appears not. Spiker, I think, running a lower downforce setup because he looks to be actually getting even further in front. I don't think he had DRS there from Vesti Bayern in front. He appeared to be a little too far in front there for that to work. Yeah, interesting enough. What about Selangville System Prior now? They're coming up to DRS zone as well. Salangvilla's got the DRS. It's going to be very close here going into turn 1. He's going to be getting right on the back of that Ferrari. Here he goes. He's going to be able to make a move. He does not. Both drivers lock up, and Seaster managed to hold the line, hold the position in front. Vic Mill is in 11th place here right now. He's going to be catching these two. He already is. But now here we go. Salangville got the DRS on the run between turns 2 and 3. The second longest straight on this track. And he's going to be able to make a move here. It's a very narrow corner, this, and very risky. He's switched to the outside, probably just give himself a good entry line. But here going to turn 3. Oh, he's going to get alongside him going to turn 4. It's not. Jason Pryor pushes him towards the wall there. And Seaster just compromising his exit there at turn 4. So the battle here rages and continues. Going through the middle sector of the lap. Brilliant here, rolling on lap 6. And my oh my, some good battles already appearing to be going on here. So yeah, Salangville, Seaster Pryor, one good battle to watch here. GT Fan, meanwhile, at the front has pulled out a gap of 5.2 seconds. And Red Farah is just over 3 seconds ahead of FC Bayern Fan, who's in 3rd place. Spiker's gone up to 7th place into 4th. Vettel Fan's gone from 15th to 5th. Epic Scorpion's gone up from 13th to 6th. Swiss Game has gone from 17th to 7th. And Hardy Edge has gone from 15th to 8th. So a lot of drivers who started in the bottom half of the grid are now in the top half, and of course vice versa too. There we go. As we look above Baku there, seeing these two drivers go through, you saw, I think it was a badminton court there, not quite sure which one it was. I believe it was the badminton one, outdoors. Very good, even though badminton is more an indoor sport. But anyway, it might have been a volleyball court actually, I don't know. But still, Salangville now passing Seaster Pryor going into turn 1. He makes that one work. Clean move around the outside thanks to DRS. Salangville is on the yellow tyres and the yellow softs they are, and Seaster Pryor right behind is on the red super soft. So I don't know if the pick those just to match the colour of their cars during the first bit of the race, but anyway, it would be easier for, well, of course, any driver to be in front, but Salangville, it's more crucial for him as he's on the harder compound tyre at the 2 there. Hence the name, soft and super soft. Vic Mill and Schnixel are closing in right behind them. These two also on the yellow softs, so these are going for a long middle stint after pitting early in the race, early in the start. Here we go. Looking good so far for these two. Assuming they can just keep it clean. In fact, Vic Mill's on the medium tyres, I should say. I'll change the graphic now for position change to tyre. Yeah, Vic Mill is on mediums. It says on my screen, it says on the graphics C-Stan is on the mediums, but he's actually on the red super softs. Quite a bit of difference in pace between those two though. The top 3 are running the red super softs. GT Fan absolutely dominating so far. Now 6.7 seconds in front as we've got someone coming into the pitch just behind him. That's FC Bayern Fan in 6th place. He pits on the red super soft. What's he going to take? He's going to be taking the yellow soft tyres, or is he? Oh no, timing screen a bit of a glitch. There we go, that's right. Currently on lap 8 here, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Swiss Game with 6th. Hardy Edge just managed to get ahead of FC Bayern Fan, so FC Bayern Fan comes out the pits in 8th. Just ahead of Salangville, close between these two, but FC Bayern Fan manages to stay in front. As we've got a retiree there of Novi, and he's lost it and crashed on the very last corner of the lap. Not last braking zone, but last corner, like the kink before the long straight. So we may have a safety car, virtual safety car here. Wouldn't surprise me if we do. So we've got 3 DNS so far already. It's not quite as bad as the start of Spain, where we have 4 DNS within the first 3 laps or something. So going crazy here. Any driver who drives past that, they may be expecting a safety car and they may pit. And if so, it's worked out badly for FC Bayern Fan and Salangville. See what happens there with that. This is GT Fan now, just passing where the wreckage is. The car's been removed already, so there is no safety car. Got a yellow flag somewhere in sector 2, not sure why. It's Salangville actually. Salangville, I believe, has lost it, and he's crashed it just before the castle section. He's still going. Luckily, he's still got a front wing, unless that came off during the battle with C-Stern, which it may have. C-Stern's got no damage right now, and he's just behind FC Bayern Fan and are the edge. And Pascal's also crashed. Pascal has crashed in the castle section. He's out of the race too. That's 4 drivers out of the race now. This track, as I said, it really is difficult. Barrier is right close to you, get up close and personal to them. So I'm sure some drivers will be begging for a safety car, but Vettel fan here, he's now up into 3rd place. He's just seen there, passing Spike for 3rd place. And that's Vettel fan, not made any pit stops so far. And already he's gone from 15th to 3rd in only 9 laps. Brilliant driving there from the Haas. And he's now, the next guy in front of him is his teammate, who's only 4 seconds further up the road from him. And he's 13.8 seconds behind GT fan, so Vettel fan, he may have lost quite a bit of time to GT fan, but not too much, while making his way through traffic. Very good driving there from Vettel fan, you've got to praise him, and if he can finish on the podium here, he's a very good contender for driver of the day, you should say. It's early days to talk about that, but we'll see. Just got to see what happens. Still got another 26 laps to go. Or 27 even, sorry. My oh my. Are we having a cracking race so far here at Baku? GT fan there is actually catching up to the back marker of Hushai Universe, making his debut. I'm sure Hushai Universe isn't too fussed maybe. He had a great start, but it all seemed to go wrong. Hushai Universe is only a reserve and not fighting for the championship, so he'll be using this race as experience. And good to take on board. Renfara pits, and that allows Vettel fan up into 2nd place. Amazing. I'm sorry, amazing there. And GT fan, I think, will be shocked to see where Vettel fan is now compared to him, considering their starting positions. GT fan will have been well aware that Vettel fan started in 15th place, and to see him already up to 2nd after in just 10 laps, he'll be getting a little nervous, not wanting to lose a win to one of his rivals, you should say. GT fan and Vettel fan, best rookies of this season so far. Would be great to see more battles between these two, as well as Vic Mill. Vic Mill, talking of him, is in 10th place at the moment. And, well, interesting to see. Selangville, he's now got a 3-second time penalty, so all going wrong for him still. We saw Selangville start 4th at his home race in America. He started 4th here too, and it's all gone wrong again. Seems to be the higher he starts, the worse race he has. Hopefully for him that'll change at some point, because we all know how good a driver Selangville is. So if I don't hear him back, let's just see he's made a pit stop. The highest of the runners to pit is Renfara. He's currently in net 2nd place. When GT fan pits, he would still be 1st, and he's actually pitting now. Well, he won't still be 1st, but I mean he'll still be ahead of Renfara. Vettel fan will not be pitting, so GT fan, he pits here. Where will he come out? I believe he'll come out about 5th. So here he goes then. We watch the Force India leaving the pits now. Swiss Gamer, yep, he'll actually be 4th. He's in 4th now. He's in 4th, he's ahead of Swiss Gamer. So Vettel fan started 15th on the grid, is now leading the race on lap 11. Amazing first stint there from Vettel fan, even I couldn't do that. Not at all, as C. Stern is now pitted in 12th place. Where will he come out in relation to Selangville? I think he'll be ahead of him. It's coming up now, Renfara and Swiss Gamer. Oh, Renfara nearly going into the wall there, as Novian Armani has left the session. He's not interested in watching this race now, but I'm sure he may watch it back on YouTube, who knows, as he watches it here. Renfara has passed Swiss Gamer. Doing very well. Up into 5th place now, past the Swiss Gamer. Next man in front is GT Fan. GT Fan is only 11 seconds off Vettel Fan in front. GT Fan here on the yellow soft tyres. He might even go to the end on those, I'm not quite sure. This track is more severe on fuel rather than the tyre wear, so that's why drivers start off with some extra fuel here on board this race than they would for the other circuits. Epic Scorpion's currently in 3rd place, doing very well from there. She started 13th, he's up into 3rd. Spike started in 11th, he's in 2nd. Of course, Vettel fan, as I've already mentioned about a billion times already, started 15th, he's in 1st. So wow, the top 3 all started outside the top 10. And it's Epic Scorpion, the first of those to make their pit stop. As GT Fan there has already passed him actually. He's on a rapid pace here. Is GT Fan already taking some chunks out of Vettel Fan's time. When Vettel Fan pits, he'll come out around 6th, 7th place. I'd say around there, around where Swiss Gamer FC Bayern Fan are. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 1 somewhere. Let's see just where it is. Couldn't quite make out where. It's Seaston Pryor. Yeah, Seaston Pryor's crashed. This is not in sector 1. This is at the end of sector 2. In that tight right-hander before the downhill part, before the final sector. As Renault Selangville there passes him, may even be laughing his head off under that helmet. I wouldn't be surprised. We've got the yellow flags through there, so there'll be no overtaking going into there, that's for sure. Then will we see a safety car? Not quite sure yet. Now, that's Seaston Pryor's retired. SD Bayern Fan here, sorry, Impact Echo I mean, my apologies, Impact Echo, he's right on the back here of Vic Mill. As well as Schnixel, third, just a few seconds, sorry, a few tenths behind. And Epic Scorpion in 10th place. And Hardy Edge is just a few 3 seconds down the road. Hoping he can catch up to this part in, join in, have a bit of fun, and hopefully for himself he'll make a move on them. GT Fan now 9 seconds behind Vettel Fan, in fact now 8.9 seconds, so continuing to get much closer between GT Fan and Vettel Fan. The gap there. So GT Fan, he knows he'll be leading the race after those two in front of him pit, and it'll be looking more than likely that that'll take the lead and win the race. GT Fan sets a new fastest lap of 1:44.0 in the Force India. So we've got Vic Mill here on your screen. Did a good job there in the Red Bull. Wonder if he'll be going to the end on those medium tyres. Oh, sorry, on the soft tyres. He should well do. Currently in 7th place. Ahead of Impact Echo, Schnixel and Epic Scorpion. That's got a battle just there, further in front, between Swiss Gamer and FC Bayern Fan. Swiss Gamer started 17th, he's up to 6th now. All looking very good for the Williams there. He's yet to pit as well. Although one thing that's interesting to look at, as I look out the commentary box window, the skies above the track are getting quite darker, and I don't know the weather forecast for this race. I didn't check the weather forecast in the lobby before this session, so it's certainly going to get very exciting. Oh my, very exciting. Wow. We'll have to see what happens here. If it does rain, and it rains soon, and that's Vettel Fan. Oh, as we just see that Swiss Gamer, he's losing grip on those super softs. You can see there they are fading a bit. We're halfway through the race, so he's crashed, and he's having to. Well, I think it's a good time for him to pit anyway. He loses his left end plate on his wing there, just before the run down to the castle. So yeah, Swiss Gamer now will be needing to pit for a new nose. As Vic Mill gets right behind him here, look, as he kindly lets Vic Mill through, so very nice of him there. And Impact Echo, Schnixel and Epic Scorpion will also be passing him as well. GT Fan sets a new fastest lap, 1:43.6. Absolutely flying there is GT Fan, and he's catching up to Spike, his teammate. Will he be putting up a fight there with his teammate? I wouldn't really think so, he shouldn't, because they're not really racing each other. GT Fan is well on course for this win. If he can just keep it together and not crash. He's got a 13-second gap now to Renfara. He's rapidly pulling away, and they're on the same type of tyre as well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what happens there in that race. Vettel Fan, he's just on his way here through the castle section, the man leading the race. His pit window is already open. If he pits now, he'll rejoin 3rd place, and that is a fantastic drive for Vettel Fan so far. It's starting to rain now, look. It's raining. So Vettel fan, I think, will try to stay out for as long as possible on those soft tyres, because he won't want to pit now, as it's not wet enough yet for intermediates. So actually, this could hand him a win. From 15th on the grid, he's got a chance of winning the race now. If he can just about hold on and pit as late as possible, pit when the DRS is disabled, that's the best time to pit in the changeable conditions. I wouldn't pit now. He's not pitting now. No, he's not. He's staying out. He knows the rules. He knows the moves. But GT fan here will be panicking as he's passed his teammate now, who kindly let him through. But can GT fan catch Vettel fan before the rain starts to get heavier? He might do, as he's on fresher tyres. It's now 5 seconds of gap between Vettel fan and GT fan. There may have been team orders there at Force India to let GT fan pass. I hope he can catch up. Maybe he can catch up to Vettel fan as Vettel fan now comes around to lap Hardy edge. You can just see the McLaren there just down the road. So it's all really about to spice up here in Baku. We've done 15 laps so far, and I think Vettel fan is your only man not to pit so far. I think we'll just check that. And Spiker as well. Sorry, yeah, Spiker's not pitted either. So them two, if they can just make their tyres last a few laps longer, they can pit with everyone else to get the intermediate tyres and come out in very good points positions. But Vettel fan's also got to be careful here, because GT fan is taking huge chunks out of his time. Warm, dry tyres as it started to rain. It's going to be very difficult for Vettel fan here to keep it straight. Make it easy. So it's worth keeping an eye on the timing screen between GT fan and Vettel fan. The gap between those two is coming down just. It's now down to 4.1 seconds. And it was 9 seconds about 3 laps ago. As you see there, GT fan was just coming around the corner there in the last sector before we cut back on board. So Vettel fan, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2 at Impact Echo. He's crashed it. He's crashed it on the exit of the car section. The wheels actually come off the car. Interesting. With the new wheel tethers on these cars, we never expected that to happen, but it has. Luckily, it's not hit anyone. It has come to a stop and is now lying flat on the road. But hopefully, another driver won't hit that. As Impact Echo sits right in the middle of the track, and we may even have a safety car here. I mean, knowing how soon this game is, it's not very realistic in terms of safety car. So I don't think it will. The apparent safety car glitch that I've been having appears to have gone now. And Ardier just crashed as well, just after turn 3. So he's crashing out as well. The rain is coming down, and some people are starting to struggle now. Is this a time to pit, you may ask? Vettel fan's still out there, but he's losing a lot of time still to GT fan, who's now only 3 seconds behind. GT fan can see the possible race win there in his sight. He does not want to lose it. It's a very interesting race that's happening here. See GT fan there taking it very easy through the castle section, braking nice and early as he slides up the hill on the exit, but still 2.8 seconds behind Vettel fan. But this is where it gets the most slippery during the rain here. You'd say either here or the last sector. It's where you're just thrashing the car through corners at high speeds. And this braking zone here, you're braking and going downhill, so not only are you having to brake, but gravity also takes over the car as well just a bit. But GT fan driving absolutely beautifully. Currently in second place. He's less than 2 seconds now behind Vettel fan, just about 2 seconds. So the race between these two is well on. Are these two actually going to pit together for intermediates, or will they do it on separate laps? If Vettel fan does it now, I'm sure GT fan will carry on, because I do think Vettel fan will be the first to make a move, and he does. Vettel fan pits now. DRS, however, is still available if anyone wants to use it. So Vettel fan's gambling now on a good in-lap here, and he's hoping to pit and come out in front of Vettel fan. So the timing screen's here. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Is anyone else on inters? Yeah, Swiss Gamer and Fozzie Barrels are already on the intermediate tyres. They've already took them. Bit slow though on those at the moment, not exactly very quick. Renfar is also coming into the pits for the inters. The gap now, as Vettel fan exits the pits, is 22.1 seconds between himself and GT fan in front. That is around the pit window. It's going to be close between those two. GT Fan has got to perform a great in-lap, and Vettel Fan's got to perform a great out-lap. And who knows which tyre is the best suited to these conditions at the moment. As it is now, we don't know. We're going to have to see. Weber doesn't pit. He stays out on his softs. SC Bayern Fan, Vic Mill and Epic Scorpion pit as well. Vic Mill comes out the pits in P7. Should be up to P5 once Weber's pitted too. Two Force Indias, 1 and 2 at the moment. Vettel Fan is closing in slightly on GT Fan's time. GT Fan here now, one of the most difficult braking zones on the F1 calendar. But GT Fan's taking it absolutely brilliantly. GT Fan is doing a brilliant lap here. And assuming he pits this lap, which he should do, it's going to be very, very close between himself and Vettel Fan. We've still got about 9 laps of this race left to go. Oshai Universe has retired as well. What's he done? He's crashed it as well just before the run down to the castle section. So he must have caught an inside curb or something, or hit someone. He may have hit Fozzie Bear. We're not sure. In fact, no, it wouldn't be Fozzie Bear. Fozzie Bear's too far down the road for that to have happened. But yeah, actually, GT Fan's pulled out a further 2 seconds on Vettel Fan, and he's not pitting. What? He's not pitting. Will Vettel Fan, will he be aware of this? Probably not. As GT Fan there getting slightly held up by the Williams of which Williams is that? See there, Swiss Gamer actually. Yeah, Swiss Gamer. Vettel Fan will be furious, but GT Fan will be furious, but GT Fan's still pulling time out to Vettel Fan, and it's looking rather well. Spiker has come in the pits now for his intermediates, but is that the right thing to do? We don't know. The race's not falling too heavily at the moment, and it's looking okay for GT Fan at the moment, but I think really now, I think he should pit this lap before it gets any heavier and ruins his chances of keeping the lead. Strategists really are thinking on their feet here, as Vic Mill passes Weber for 6th place. Coming down now, DRS is still available for Weber, but Weber's pitting. GT Fan, he may not pit actually, we don't know. As DRS is still available, he probably won't bother. I mean, he may not have to just yet. He's 23.3 seconds in front of Vettel Fan. And his pit window there on our screen says he will come out first if he pitted now. We've got to see what happens. So Weber has finally pitted. That allows Vic Mill up to 6th place. Vic Mill 55 seconds off the lead from GT Fan. Of course, that will go down by about 20-ish seconds as GT Fan pits. There's still a 35-second gap between Vic Mill and GT Fan. It's not what's expected between those two, considering their title battle. But then Vic Mill did have a bad start to the race. GT Fan, of course, big rivals with Vettel Fan too. 2 rapid rookies for this season. Vettel Fan, he may have started much lower on the grid, 40 places further down actually from GT Fan. As GT Fan does not pit, he's still out on track, thinking these soft tyres can keep him going for a bit, and he's one of only 3 drivers to remain on track out on the dry tyres. I think Weber's actually made a mistake, and he's put on the super soft tyres. I don't think he meant to do that. Spike, meanwhile, also on the super soft tyres. Maybe he's gambling on not needing any wet tyres after all. Maybe that's what him and Weber are doing. Swiss Gamer 2. He's stuck on the super soft tyres too. So yeah, they're gambling on not needing the intermediate tyre. When Swiss Gamer's already out the points and it doesn't appear he's going to be gaining anything. GT Fan now 23.7 seconds to Vettel Fan. We've got 7 laps of this race remaining. Who knows? The rain actually looks to be shrinking off at the moment. It doesn't look like it's going to get any heavier. So maybe, I mean, Vettel Fan's done alright, but he may have cost himself a win here. Although he would have had to pit anyway. Epic Scorpion passes Schnixel. Schnixel pits. He's actually getting off the intermediate tyres. He's putting on a set of super softs as well. So yeah, I don't think the rain has come down hard enough. And it's not, as you can see, look, there it is, laying off a bit. So if I was the driver, I would have made the wrong decision and pitted. GT Fan has done the right decision by not doing. Spiker had to pit anyway, mandatory pit stop of course. He took on dry tyres, red super softs. It looks to have paid off, so it'll be a fantastic team result for Force India with first and third, if that is to happen. And everyone's right now. Who would your driver of the day be at this stage? Well, you could give it to GT Fan, you give it to Vettel Fan. I think Vettel Fan deserves it the most. Spiker too. Schnixel also deserves it. An Epic Scorpion too, maybe. Be some good driving from these. An Epic Scorpion as well. He's done a good job too. Drama has been absolutely unfolding like mad here. Vettel Fan's actually in the pits again to change his intermediates for more drives as the rain's actually laid off. And this is going to allow Spiker to take second place, I think. It is going to be close between these two. Spiker pits now. Sorry, Vettel Fan pits now. Spiker is going to be ahead. Spiker is going to be ahead. And that's Spiker up to second. So Force India 1-2 is now on the cards. Vettel Fan maybe quite disappointed in himself there that he went to the intermediates, but it kept someone tracking out the barriers. So anyone watching this who knows any previous apparent safety car glitch that's been going on in this game, well, I was also read Farah Vickman and SC Bayern fan pit. Yeah, the apparent safety car glitch where it's if someone left the session after retiring, the safety car would come out for a few laps and then after that it would come out every 3 laps, but it's not happened in this race. The glitch is gone, I think. Still, Spiker now 42.8 seconds off his teammate GT Fan. GT Fan only one stop this race so far. I don't think he'll have to make another pit stop. He might do. Who knows? As Hasha Universe now left the session again. He's going home. It's been a fantastic performance from GT Fan as we bring the leading driver on our screen now. There he is. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic drive. Well done. So we see him now just cruising round. 5 laps, including this one to go. He may have a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, but it won't really matter to him now. He's well in front for that not to take any effect. Still now, all seems calm now on track. Not many close battles going on. I mean, Schnixel, Weber and FC Bayern Fan aren't too far apart, respectively, but let's see them getting to a big scrap. The predicted heavy rain did not arrive. I'm sure some strategists did believe it was going to rain heavily. And so those who brought in their drives for intermediates, luckily none of them took a full wet and gambled. But, yeah. GT Fan, I think, is the only one to one stop in this race too. No, Spiker as well, actually. So the Force India strategy team, they really are your men of the day. Absolutely brilliant from them. They've done their job properly. I wonder if they'll be wanting extra pay for this. Assuming their drivers bring it home 1 and 2. They'll be one proud team. And Vijay Mallya, Bob Fernley will all be over the moon with this result. Still got a few laps to go. They've just got to keep it clean and tidy. Although, it's getting interesting here. Look, Vettel Fan has took chunks out of Spiker's time. And on the fresher tyres, he's catching Spiker. So actually, it's not over just yet. Vettel Fan here, he's done a lot of overtaking already in this race on his comeback through the field. But it's not over yet. It could well not be over. So here he goes. He's got the DRS. He's not close enough to make a move. They didn't take any effect there from the Force India in front. So he's having to hold back. I know for another chance to make a move. The next DRS zone is coming up now between turns 2 and 3. He's not too close. I think he'd rather be closer than that. Here we go as we look on board here with Vettel Fan. Got a back marker in front of them. I believe that's the Williams and Swiss gamer. It is the Williams and Swiss gamer. So I wonder if he'll help Spiker on the main straight and give him a DRS. Might well do, but Vettel fan here, look at this, through the middle sector is really closing up to the Force India. And the Haas team, the Haas driver really hassling for Force India there. Big Panther, nothing he can do there. Spiker there. Able to cling on to second place for this middle sector as he gets tight and twisty and really no room for overtaking. But Vettel fan hopes to pressurise Vettel fan hopes to pressurise Spiker into making a mistake. As you can see now, he's looking a lot closer. Coming through the final part of the middle sector as Spiker catches the curb there, goes a little bit offline, but he's holding on to the position. He's getting very close in his left-hander. Vettel fan having to slide the car a little bit there to avoid hitting the back of the Force India. So coming down the hill now. Final braking zone. Coming up now, through the final sector, which will then bring them onto the main straight and the DRS. Vettel fan is much closer now. He's much closer. He's actually got fantastic drive there out of the last braking zone. So here we go then. It's his time now for Vettel fan. He's catching up now to the back of Spiker. He's going to have the DRS open right now. Going down the straight there over 200 miles an hour. Is he getting any closer? Well, it appears not. The lower downforce setup, which I assume Spiker has got, is just helping him stay in front. It's giving him a slight edge on the straights. There we go. Now, but Vettel fan sliding a little bit there out of turn 2. Just got to hold on. He's just got to hold on. Vic Mills now set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:43.2. Vic Mill there, he's currently in 5th place, not got the podium that we expected him to get. Comeback from Spiker and Vettel. I've put that aside. Yeah, there has been some shocks in this race. As what has happened, Seaston Pryor crashing. Zariah crashing into the back of Selangville. Going well, so both Ferraris are out in this race. Not what was expected at all. But here we go then anyway. Final rounds, well not final rounds, another round between Vettel fan and Spiker. They've not caught up to the back of Swiss Games, Williams just ahead of them. And I think here he's going to get very close. Spiker's doing a great job. So in the middle sector where it's high downforce, Vettel fan is gaining time, but on the straights where it's low downforce, Spiker is gaining time. Just on the ass in front as they are, I think, getting maybe a little closer to that Williams they are doing. They'll have to move out of the way soon. It will receive the blue flag saying fast driver behind you trying to overtake and it's a lap ahead of you. We are now lap 24 of 26 here. It is getting up close and personal. Vic Mill and Renfara as well, look, just about a second or so between those two. Keep an eye on them, they may get very close towards the end of the race. But Vettel fan here just chasing Spiker through the streets of Baku. Not letting him get away. Not at all. It's only on the straight where he seems to be losing it. And that's where the DRS is. It's his best chance of overtaking in theory. But in reality, it just isn't. It's just not happening at the moment for the Vettel fan. Really, he's going to have to make a move at some point, or hope that Spiker does feel a bit of pressure and make a mistake. These two drivers, a great drive, making a one-stop. Well, Vettel fan didn't, but Spiker did, and so did GT fan. But interestingly, with these two, not expecting it all. So here we go then. This is now, look, Spiker's actually behind Swiss Gamer here, and he's going to have DRS from that Williams too. So it's going to make it even a little bit more easier for Spiker to get away. Vettel fan, unless Vettel fan picks up a very effective airflow, what is it? Slipstream. No, it hasn't worked through luck. And there's actually going to be Swiss Gamer between these two drivers in the straight. Just look at the gap there. Spiker managed to pull between the two of them. Very good as Swiss Gamer nicely gets out of the way there and lets Vettel fan through. exists, these two. Really isn't over just yet. So here we go. There's one exciting battle to the end of the race this lap, and then one more. As Vic Mill passes Renfar right there. Going into turn 1, has he? Yes, he has. He's completed the move. But will Renfar be able to take it back on the second straight here? Let's have a look. We'll watch him do that now. I can say now these two are over a minute behind GT Fan. GT Fan being absolutely brilliant all race. Dominating. Yeah, Renfar is now staying behind Vic Mill, so Vic Mill gets one place back. And he'll remain there in 4th to the end of the race. Possibly. That's his highest possible finish, it seems, unless maybe Vic Mill and Vettel Fan take each other out. We don't know if that's going to happen, but it may do. As you see there, there's Vic Mill, the defending champion. Winner of the Brazilian Grand Prix this season. But it appears the different winners in the first rounds of the season will come to an end. We won't have 5 different winners unless GT Fan crashes it. So looking very sweet here for GT Fan as he's on the final lap of the race now, here in the middle sector. So driver of the day, and who you're going to vote? GT Fan, Spiker, Vettel Fan, Epic Scorpion, Weber maybe, Swiss Gamer as well perhaps. So any one of those drivers really deserves it. All have been brilliant. Only 12 cars though finishing the race. It's a very close finish. Very, very close indeed. As GT Fan now just comes down the hill as he closes out the lap and the race. Once he's done this, we'll be switching back to Spiker and Vettel Fan because their battle still hasn't finished just yet, as they're actually getting rather close actually there. We just saw them trek through the castle section, very close to there, just keep it single file through there. But yeah, GT Fan now comes across the line to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in round 5 of the IFM season, and he's now the championship leader going into Monza next week. Yeah, Monza is the final, sorry, not the final round, but the next round next week. And look at this, oh my god, this is very close. Is Vettel Fan going to be able to make a move here into the last corner? I think he is. The both got wires, a bit of damage, but now who's going to have the DRS? It will be Spiker. And as he's got that low downforce setup, he may be able to take it back. It's going to be so close. It's going to be Bottas and Stroll all over again. I think it is. DRS not open yet. Spiker there just walking past. But now Vettel Fan, is he going to be able to make a move? No, he's not. Spiker has got past with the DRS. And Spiker just takes back second, right from the jaws of defeat there of second place. And it's a forcing near 1-2 here in Baku. Absolutely fantastic driving from both of those, Spiker and Vettel Fan. Vic Mill now, he's managed to hold off Renfar. He managed to get ahead and hold him off. So Vic Mill will be the next man to cross the line. He is in 4th place, finishing the race. Brilliant drive there. Absolutely amazing. And just Renfar of 5th. Schnixel now crosses the line in 6th place, which is where he started. Then it will be Weber and Epic Scorpion next. So Weber here, done a good job. Very well done, as it's a forcing near 1-2 there, as you see on screen. The forcing near team absolutely delighted with the result. GT Fan first, Spiker second, and Vettel Fan right behind him with that comeback from 15th to 3rd in the old German podium. Amazing. And Vettel Fan with that good result, he moves up to 3rd in the championship ahead of Zarai. So that's your result, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick rundown. GT Fan wins the race from pole, absolutely dominant there, winning by over 40 seconds. He's ahead of Spiker, who come back from 11th to 2nd, and then Vettel Fan from 15th to 3rd. Then after that, it's the defending champion of Vic Mill is in 4th, Renfar is 5th, Schnixel is 6th, Weber is 7th, Epic Scorpion is 8th. FC Bayern Fan is 9th, where he started. A bit disappointed in that, considering he's up to 3rd within the first few laps. Swiss Gamer managed to score a point after starting 17th. He finishes 10th. Selangbill 11th. Falsey Bear 12th. And then further down, it is, well, other drivers failed to finish the race, such as the rookies of Hushai Universe, Impact Techo, and that, whatever that other one was called. What is his name? Novian Armani as well. But yeah, it was been a great race. Thank you everyone for watching this race here, the back of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in IFM. That was round 5, and we saw the first multiple winner of the season, and that is GT Fan, the rookies, now leading the championship, as next week it will be round 6 of the IFM F1 PS4 League. We're to what is known as the Temple of Speed, yep, at Monza in Italy. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you enjoyed this race. Also hit the notifications button when we make a new upload, and yep, then you'll be notified once the Italian Grand Prix is on our YouTube channel, and hopefully we'll see you then when IFM returns. Thanks for watching.